Now grading. So we're going to do two different types of grading on this. One seam allowance, we are going to trim one side of the seam allowance off at a half and leave the other one full. On the opposing side, we're going to trim both of the seam allowances down by a half. And then since this is a point, it's traditional to cut off that corner to reduce the bulk. All of this is to reduce bulk when this is turned, because of course right now, if I just flip this to the right side, to our pretty side, there's all this extra fullness, and you can even see it in good light, all this extra fullness on these edges, especially in the corner. And because of the fullness here, it's hard to get a nice crisp corner because there's so much bulk on the inside. So what we're doing is getting rid of that bulk so it'll lay nicely when it is all flipped to the right side. So the first thing we're going to do is trim this side at half. Okay, so I'm going to keep my scissors on the table and just trim this off. One seam allowance at a half. Okay, so we're going to leave that one at a half, like that. And then this one, we're going to trim both of the seam allowances off at a half. Okay, so now both of those are off. This one is just one of them half, one of them full. Last thing we'll do is we'll clip our corner, reducing the bulk at the corner. Now, of course, you do not want to clip your stitching corner, so be off of it maybe 1/4 of an inch, but cut it cross. Now I'm going to flip this to the right side. And you can see how much easily it folds to that edge, and it's not bulky now anymore. And I can also create a nice crisp corner here. I can flip it so that it is nice and clean on that corner. And then we take it over to the iron and press this flat. Give it some good steam, and that's done.